Alright, y'all, so today I wanted to cover more trailers I've been releasing over the past few days and also during Comic-Con and just kind of give you my quick thoughts on them and some of the major ones I kind of wanted to talk about and some highlights here and there. I'll probably also mention some brief trailers that I saw just to give you a just kind of an all-in-one video here to sum up all my opinions on all this stuff. So the first probably big trailer here is that they released a new official trailer for Peacekeeper Season 2. Now this thing is coming out in August, and obviously it's being made by James Gunn. It's a follow-up to the first season of Peacemaker, and overall it looks great. It kind of confirms a lot of theories because it's kind of fascinating that they're making a season 2 of Peacemaker, excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying Peacekeeper, Peacemaker. Just because the first season is clearly set in the DCEU, right? The old DC continuity. And James Gunn, obviously he's coming in, he's rebooting the entire universe. He recently just released Superman, pretty good movie. So, then I guess the series was popular enough that they wanted to make a season 2. And it's been like I think a good 2 or 3 years actually since the last season, so it's been a bit. Um, I haven't seen it in so long. I remember being really funny, being really. I thought John Cena really sold it as Peacemaker. Like he was good in Suicide Squad, but like in his own show, he was even better. That being said, I'm really excited that they're making this season 2. I think it's really funny as well. The trailer looks good. All the core characters from the show are here. Also confirms that something that was kind of hinted in the last season, that Peacemaker has access to all these dimensional gateways. He can go into alternate dimensions, and that's basically confirmed to be a major part of this show. At some point, he's gonna, I guess, mess with another Peacemaker in another dimension, who I guess is beloved or something. Somewhere he's like beloved, while in the main continuity, I'm guessing still in the old DCU, because in the Suicide Squad film, Peacemaker killed Rick Flag Jr., and his father, Rick Flag Sr., is coming after him for revenge, right? So that's going to be a major plot point. Dimensional stuff is going to be a major plot point here. I'm also really curious, especially if you watch the first trailer, how this is all going to connect to James Gunn's rebooted timeline, especially since, Peacemaker showed up in the Superman movie. It's like a quick cameo. So I would assume that he just keeps popping up in all these dimensional gateways and other people's universes, and eventually they're going to explain that Peacemaker is going to be fully set in the James Gunn rebooted DC timeline. I'm assuming. It's a very strange thing that they're making like a season 2 to like a show that was in an old universe, and then now it's gonna have to be figured out how like place it in a new universe. I've never quite seen like a superhero like comic book thing ever gonna happen, because usually in most cases they cut off all contact and just cancel the show, right? So it is pretty fascinating. I liked season 1. I'm very looking forward to this. John Cena is hilarious as Peacemaker. He's one of the funniest actors I've ever seen portray a superhero. I don't even call him a superhero, more like an anti-hero. Regardless, really excited for this show. It looks funny. It looks exciting. Looking forward to it. The next one is another movie called Primitive War. Now, they released a teaser. I kind of stumbled upon it because I had no idea what it was. And then they released a new official trailer just recently. And man, I'm really excited for this film. Like, I'm actually really excited. Much more excited than I haven't been for a long time in a movie. This is kind of an original movie. I think it might be based on something, but it takes place in the Vietnam War. Some soldiers are kind of doing some recon, trying to figure out where their missing Green Berets are, and then dinosaurs show up. And it's basically full on soldiers versus dinosaurs. And it's basically Jurassic Park, but taken to the extreme and also set in the Vietnam War. And that is already a great scenario. It takes it even further than what the Jurassic Park movies were willing to do. And I'm honestly really excited. Maybe I'm a sucker for dinosaurs. I don't know. I'm getting a bit tired of Jurassic Park movies a little bit. And I feel like to me, this movie feels like something fresh. So I'm really looking forward to this movie. I think it comes out in August as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. The trailer looks good. It shows more of the plot, more of the action, and some of the actors that are going to be involved. and it looks like a fun classic, monster movie. And I'm a sucker for monster movies, so this movie looks already great to me. Um, Hopefully, it does pretty well. And then we have this other trailer that came out just recently that I had no idea about. It's this War of the Worlds. I guess it's another remake and adaptation of War of the Worlds. It stars Ice Cube, and it's going to be, I guess, talking more about the initial attack when the Martians show up with the tripods. And man, I really had no idea this was even happening. Now, War of the Worlds is a pretty famous book, right? They've made various adaptations over the years. They made the old 50s movie that I think I remember being okay. I think it was okay. Um, I think they tried to do one in the 70s. I don't think that one worked out. And I think they tried to do maybe one in the 90s or at least the mid 2010s. So each decade has kind of had its own adaptation. I think to me personally the most definitive adaptation is the Steven Spielberg movie from 2005 with Tom Cruise. That's my favorite version. The tripods look so intimidating in that movie. It has the craziest cool action, the most interesting story. But then again, I haven't seen all the adaptations, so I can't really definitively say it's the best one. But I really like that movie. And they made this movie, which, oh my goodness, to me, this is going to be coming out straight to video, I think at the end of this week, actually. Straight to Amazon Prime, excuse me. And this movie kind of looks bad. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I really had no idea what this movie was. It looks like a father basically being on Skype, or he's some kind of like IT person, and the Martians attack, and he's kind of viewing it from that perspective. And the CGI looks really bad. I mean, the tripods, you see a bit of them in the trailer and they look fine. They look like Terminators or anything else. Like, they don't really look like Martian styled tripod machines. Not like how they looked like in the awesome Steven Spielberg movie. And the CGI looks really bad on them. Like, the trailer had some noticeably really cheap CGI. And the performances, I can tell, didn't look that great. I don't know, man. I don't think this movie looks that good. I had no idea it was even coming out, and watching the trailer, man, it looks like maybe a funny movie. Like, this is obviously going to be a very clear straight to Amazon type of release. Um, but I don't know, man. I think this movie doesn't look that good. I might check it out though, just for fun, just to see how bad it is. But it did catch my eye because War of the Worlds is one of my famous, like one of the most famous books to be adapted, and I really like the Steven Spielberg movie, so I figured I would talk about it. But yeah, this movie doesn't look that good. It looks like one of those Sci-Fi Channel original movies, right? It doesn't look that exciting. But yeah, I just kind of want to give you my quick thoughts on all these new trailers that are coming out. Um, I'm also going to put some bonus trailers in this video just to kind of give you a little bit of a wrap up out of everything, right? So I don't have to make constant new videos about everything. So the first one is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This movie is going to be a sequel to the last one, which I think came out like 2 years ago. I remember seeing the first one. I liked it. I think it was a good adaptation. I like the games. The lore behind the games are also really fascinating, and obviously, Five Nights at Freddy's has a huge presence on the internet, right? I mean, the amount of fan animations and stuff is insane. So, of course, with that level of popularity, someone was going to make a movie, right? Someone was going to try to adapt it. And we heard for a long time there was like rumblings, and then they finally made it in like 2 years ago. It did very well. I think it like was a huge box office hit, and I liked it. It was a decent adaptation. It changed a few things, but also kept a lot of the core stuff. It was a good movie. I haven't seen it since it came out, so I might rewatch it when the new sequel comes out. It looks like they're going to explore like more animatronics, more of the story, and I like how a lot of the same actors are back here. So yeah, I mean, the movie looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like a classic horror movie that's going to be a sequel to a really popular one. I'm not going to sit here and say this movie's going to look great. It looks pretty solid, but I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh my god, it looks amazing. So, yeah. Besides that, I can't really think of any other major trailers that I would be interested in talking about. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be a wrap up for this video. Hope you all have a nice day. Peace.